going on, guys? So yesterday was busy. Funny enough, there was definitely a calm before the storm earlier in the day. It was very calm, not much going on at all, and abnormally calm, to be honest. And the rally in my area, the protest, was set up to start at 3. And I'm gonna do like probably a more official after action Tales from the Street video for you guys later. But needless to say, there's a lot going on. I was in riot gear for a good portion of yesterday, and at one point, every available officer on duty was called to the same block. Everyone. There is a lot of anger. And this is what I've been talking about for a while. I told my family when all this COVID stuff first kicked off that the disease could be a threat, but wasn't the big threat. The big threat was people. I've said that in videos. The big threat is people acting badly. People are angry at us, at life. COVID has just primed them. That's all it is. They got overreach going on, or at least perceived overreach or real overreach from the government all through the last, 3 months? And people have way too much time on their hands because they're not working, and then they're running short on money, and then they see police officers still getting paid and government officials still getting paid. Big box stores still getting paid, and they're angry. You know, I can't blame them. I don't blame them at all. I do blame them for the aftermath, because we had plenty of that yesterday. So the protest in my area went okay. We had a problem. They wanted to go to the police department. Well, guys, given the last few days worth of incidents across the country, we can't let you get to our police department. So 3 hours straight of on a line being screamed at and trying to negotiate with people and calm them down and try to convince them that they have the right to protest, but you will not get to my police department. And to their credit, some people actually listened, even amongst all the screaming and yelling. A testament to what we were trying to do. I deployed pepper spray at one point because they were adamant they were going past. And there just ain't many of us all the time. State police showed up after, probably more than an hour, literally, maybe even an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's hard to understand time when you're in that kind of stress, because time either speeds up, slows down, any number of things. So no perception of time whatsoever, but I would bet at least an entire hour until we got any state police assistance. I think it was like 15 guys from them showed up. Anyway, long story short, that could have gotten so much worse. And I am telling you that I am positive that the only reason we did not get our butts handed to us, and again, I'll go more into detail as to why and all that later, but I swear that was only because of my supervisor, who's a black male. He's a good guy, and he worked miracles talking to people. He would literally go up and talk to the calm people on the line. He was literally beside us on the front line, which there's something to be said right there. I have huge respect for that. He was the only one I remember being on the line with us. And he's a sergeant. He was talking to people, and the ones that would listen, that were willing to take some leadership of that group, that crowd, he would literally tell me, he's like, hey, they're allowed back. And so he'd bring them behind the line, not to arrest them, to talk to them, because we need calm. And he would explain, you have the right to be here. You have the right to protest. You can't do it in the street. You can't come to the police department building because we are thinking this might become violent and people are not going to burn this place down. That's where he's at. And I'm sure there was more said than that because I was busy. I didn't hear. Lots of anger. From a variety of races, by the way. The most angry, hateful, well, two of them. The most angry, hate-filled woman that I encountered yesterday was a white female. She saw the rubber bands on my wrists and she started reading them and screaming at me. And she made fun of the one that I have right now that says, "Protect my family, dear Lord." And then she was trying to read the other one, which was rotated just because of the incidents of the day. And she was trying to read that one and make fun of that one too. And I wrote that one yesterday morning and I told her, I said, it says protect the people, ma'am. You don't know me just because you scream at me. You don't know me just because I wear a uniform. And I don't mean you guys, you know what I'm saying. We had to, I say we, the collective we, because I was told to go home at the end of the day because they need us back this morning. This is expected to continue. But when I was leaving, the radio traffic was that crowd that we had in front of our police department, that we held a line and kept them from going in or doing anything to the PD, that crowd, when it dispersed, went in different smaller clusters of people, which then creates probably an even bigger problem because that's harder to focus. If you got a group of 1,000 in one spot, but then you got groups of 20 that equal 1,000 total, but groups of 20 all over the city, that's every bit as much of a problem. And part of the issue that we had was they went to like Walmart, our shopping area. They went to Walmart, were adamant they were going in, but we're not going to just let you loot. And that historically is what's getting ready to happen if we let you in that store. And I ain't talking it's just one or two people that are holding a sign. First of all, Walmart is not public property, it's private property. So you actually have no right to protest in that building. So that's not even an argument. But then I'm hearing officers on the radio say we have to hold the line right here at the entrance to Walmart until they can evacuate the employees. And they did. You'll have to forgive me, guys. I made an egregious OPSEC error when I was talking a second ago, so this video is going to have to be spliced. Anyway, places were having to be evacuated. That was the main point I was getting at. I don't know what happened throughout the night yet. I guarantee it's not been easy. I guarantee it's not been a normal night. So I will try to give you guys an update when I can. It might be a while. I don't know how today's going to go. So we will see. Keep praying, guys. I don't think we're done yet. I'll see you later.